I'm your host tonight, and my name is Reena Rana, and I'm from Satviko. First of all, a warm welcome to everybody to Live Satviko Talks. My name is Reena, and I'm your host for tonight. And our expert, Miss Anshul Jaibharaji, welcome. We have a great session planned for you guys. There are quizzes where you can win a lot of goodies, as well as we will be announcing winners of Satviko Navratri chefs. So are you all excited? Okay. So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, okay. First of all, a little brief about Satviko. Satviko word comes from the word Satvik, which means the purest form of food. At Satviko, we intend to solve modern health day problems like hypertension, diabetes, weight gains, lack of immunity, etc. through the ancient knowledge of Indian superfood presented in modern contemporary formats. We believe in food yoga, which means food is the ultimate medicine and its proper consumption can prevent the onset of any disease. We believe in food yoga, which means food is the ultimate medicine and its proper consumption can prevent any diseases. Now, coming to our topic for today. The heart is an amazing organ. It beats in a steady, even rhythm about 60 to 100 times each day, each minute. That's about 100,000 times each day, about 2.7 billion times in one's lifetime. With the increasing benefits of technology, increased convenience, and sedentary nature of our lives, it only stands to reason that we pay utmost importance to our organ of our body. Live Satviko talks are the result of our effort of getting experts to promote the divine nature of food to the point where knowledge of food joins seamlessly with yoga and meditation as a part of spiritual experience. These talks shall be exclusive event for all our community members live on these time zones every Saturday. Today's event, Liv Satviko talks about heart matters, an interactive session on superfoods for a healthy heart by nutritionist and lifestyle modification coach Anshul Jaibharatji on various lifestyle changes that we can do to keep our heart as fit as well-oiled machine. Today's expert, Miss Anshul Jhabharat, has her own life-changing story, a story that ignited her passion for nutrition. Her journey to health and wellness started in 2003 when she lost 35 kgs and regained her health and confidence. Anshul Jaibarji is dedicated professional with about 14 years of experience as a nutrition counselor and lifestyle modification coach in health and wellness industry. She specializes in weight management and therapeutic diets. Let's all welcome Shri Anshul Jaibarji.
Thank you, Reena, for the introduction. Thank you, Satviko, for arranging this webinar. And thank you, lovely audience, for taking out time and attending the same. Now, indeed, health is really important and heart is our lifeline. According to stats, cardiovascular diseases are number one in global death rate. And it happens maximum from heart attack and stroke. Now, who are at risk of heart diseases? Mostly people with lifestyle conditions, that is high BP, high sugar levels, high lipid profile, and those who fall into the obesity range. So it is quite clear that if you want to manage a healthy heart, a healthy lifestyle, it is very important to take care of behavioral risk factors that can be easily achieved if you take care of your lifestyle. That is your diet pattern, your exercise pattern, and obviously your mental health as well. Now let's move towards 5 steps to a healthy heart. So I've compiled all the information that is necessary for you to take that first necessary step to build a healthy heart system. The first one is to prepare your mind. Our mindset is very, very important whenever we want to change something for the better. So, what happens normally is that whenever there is a medical emergency, we straight away look towards extreme methods and short term goals. Now, these methods are normally known as crash diets or fad diets, which you mentally always plan to follow anywhere from 1 to 3 months and get to a result on a faster level so that this medical emergency is taken care of, and then you maintain it from normal food. But whatever measures you take to maybe manage your cholesterol levels or weight, etc., cannot be maintained if you create a bridge between your normal dietary pattern and something which is extreme. So it is very important to understand and make your mind understand that the level of focus and discipline is the first and foremost step that you need to take, and small and steady steps to make your lifestyle better. The second important step is fat intake. Now, whenever there is a heart condition, the main villain is fat. Everyone suggests that leave ghee, leave oil, eat bland food, do not consume oil or ghee at all, eat boiled food. But fat is also a very important macronutrient for you. It is required in your daily diet by your body because there are good fats which are required by the body. So how much to consume? Now, very simple formula I'm going to give you from which you can decide that, how much fat or oil should be brought in your house. It is 500 ml per person, that is per adult per month, should be the consumption of the medium of oil that you use for cooking. Now, this in combination takes care of ghee, oil, whether you use mustard oil, olive oil, single filtered, cold pressed, any. So all in combination should be 500 ml per adult per month consumption. What kind of fat you need to use? So yes, you can use ghee. It is a good fat in limited quantities, obviously, for your dals and extra preparations, but you should be having it from a trusted source. You can use olive oil if you like salads and light sautés. You can use mustard oil if you're doing Indian preparations. You should use single filtered or cold pressed oil, groundnuts, sesame, sunflower even. So try and switch to healthier versions. Know the amount of fat that needs to be used. And also nuts and seeds are sources of fat, healthy fats, good fat that needs to be included, which provides you omega fatty acids. These are the important fats that you need to include in your daily diet, and not which are processed, not which are saturated, such as butter, palm oil, etc. So moving on to the third point, physical exercise. So it's not just the diet. If you're looking at a holistic approach, the right path towards a healthy heart, it is not just diet. Yes, exercise on daily level is also required for a healthy heart. Cardiovascular exercises, which is cardio-based, work on increasing your heart capacity, health. So breathing exercises on daily basis, meditation, and some form of cardio, be it as simple as walk to the level that you can build up, ranging from 30 to 45 to 1 hour, should be there 5 to 6 times a week. It is a necessary factor which should be there. Moving your muscles is really important, and strengthening them is equally important. Now, fourth point, which I consider as one of the most important, is the type of food and combinations of food. We all know that, yes, if you have a medical concern out there related to heart, especially, you will not be allowed processed food. You will not be allowed fried food or excessive, sweets which are sourced from outside or laden with milk-based dessert, etc. But what are the type of food combinations on daily basis that you should be taking so that you take care of your heart and your lifestyle? Indeed, there are superfoods which should be there in your daily diet. But apart from that, the timings of your meals are very important. You should not be missing your meals starting from breakfast. Some people have a habit of not having breakfast at all, or just relying on tea and biscuits and rushing to work, or in today's time, rushing to logging in. So it is very important for you not to miss meals, not give longer gaps between the meals, and have an early dinner and a routine of sleep time as well. Talking about heart friendly food groups, then yes, we have, you can see on the slide, we have apples, we have oats, raisins, jaggery, chana, so lentils and pulses are really beneficial. Walnuts, flax seeds, millets are superfoods that should be included in daily diet. Now, when we talk about food, snacks is one thing that everyone is worried about, that what to have for that mid-time hunger pangs. Now, for these kind of hunger pangs, as a matter of fact, Satviko has very nice products, and I also use them. So something like these super pops that they say, makhanas. Makhana is a superfood which is very, very known to all Indians, and just the right bit of roasting and rock salt, and you're good to go. Something like raisins, 5 of these every morning can take care of your constipation. So these kind of superfoods, when you include in your daily diet at the right timings, they really take care of more than one issue. They give you more than one solution on daily basis. Now, the environment that you live in also poses a stress on your system. Currently, pollution, which everyone is talking about. But apart from that, the day-to-day travel, stress that we get, humid conditions, etc., they pose, it leads to oxidative stress. And that's why, you hear all that gaga about antioxidants being included in your food. So this stress can be controlled at one level by reducing the junk, the processed food from your diet altogether. So simple steps on daily basis. Talking about the fifth point, which I like to say as eat, hydrate, and repeat. So this is the mantra that you should be following if you want to take care of your heart, is like, don't eat less, but you need to eat right. Eating less altogether, to be it manage your weight or sugar levels or cholesterol levels, as a matter of fact, it will not lead you anywhere. Eat right, seek professional help if you want to, even if it's one consultation. But yes, get on the right path. Hydrate. Water is really very, very important. We sit in AC environments, temperature is regulated now externally, so we don't feel the need to drink water. It becomes a medicine for us. We have to ring a bell, we have to download an app to really take charge of this. But you need to drink water. It is one medium that is the channel to carry out all your metabolic activities. We all have studied the first thing, 65 to 70% of our body weight is water. And repeat. So what you need to repeat following, inconsistency with discipline, the right food habits. And very important factor is to reset. It is to sleep on time, to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, because no matter what lifestyle practices you follow, no matter what you do on daily basis, if you don't give your body enough time to rejuvenate, enough time to recover, to work on regeneration of cells, nothing will work. You will not get the benefit out of whatever you're eating, be it superfoods, be it the kind of exercises. So it's very important to have the right sleep routine. So I say that sleep, apart from carbs, proteins, fats, is also one of the most important macronutrient which we should be considering. Now, I have also designed a 7-day regime for all of you, which will be shared. So I will just take you guys through this regime that I have designed. So we have divided the day starting from day start, what you should be starting your day, because most of the people start their day with a cup of tea, bed tea. So it is very important to not start your day with something which is dehydrating, because you have to break the fast of the night. Your system needs fueling. It needs, again, the right kind of stuff to start the day. So start your day with plain warm water if you cannot have any concoction. Garlic is something which is a superfood for controlling cholesterol levels. And tulsi, we all know, has many, many benefits for the body. Apart from that, one whole walnut I have included pre-soaked, something which increases HDL and lowers LDL. Then the next meal is breakfast. So we can have any porridge and a fruit can be included. Meal three is the mid-afternoon time. That is the time between your breakfast and lunch. So you can include any beverage with a handful of chana, a handful of makhana, 5 to 6 nuts, a fruit, nariyal pani. All these are the right kind of beverages that you can include mid-time, even salads. Then comes lunch. So normal home cooked fresh lunch items should be there. Simple, roti or rice, dal, sabzi. Seasonal is very important. What is fresh is important. Then comes evening tea time. So this, depending on your time management, you can divide into 1 or 2 breaks, because this is a little longer time from lunch to dinner. So it can be weak tea, the kind of beverage you really like. And then there can be snacks, something like a couple of peanuts with a small piece of gur. It can be bhuna chana and murmura. It can be homemade bhel puri. It can be a sandwich. That's also fine, depending on, again, the availability and the prep time that you have. And last, dinner. It should be the lightest meal. It should be sufficient for you, and it should be early. Yes, it should be 3 to 3.5 hours before your sleep time. To 7 to 8 p.m. bracket is the best to have your dinner. Chew your food well, have the right portion. So this is like a generic plan. So obviously individualized portions will be different, but standard for a sabzi or a dal, you can take, say, 3/4 of a bowl or a medium katori. You can take that. The roti size should not be like too big, too small, medium, thin, normal, regular serving size. But yes, chewing your food, not watching TV or working on your phone side by side, sitting straight on the posture and having your meal. And for easy digestion, after dinner, after an hour of dinner, you can sit on Vajrasan, and that will help secrete the digestive juices. So in the same way, I have designed a 7-day plan, Monday to Sunday. Whenever you're following some sort of plan, it is very important not to put too much of stress on your mind. Again, that if I'm not given 100%, then it's a failure. It's not working. Nothing can be changed overnight. You haven't got any medical emergency or concern overnight. You haven't gained weight overnight. So working on your lifestyle and taking food as a medicine obviously is not magical. It is not a pill. But when you build habits around it, when you focus, when you enjoy the discipline that you get yourself in, that feeling at the end is magical. And then it is not as effortful that it will be in the beginning. It will become like, you get up and you brush your teeth. It will be as instinctive as that. So yes, that will be all for me. And I think I will give now to Reena.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anshulji. That was very informative. I hope
Most welcome.
it has, yeah, I hope it has helped everybody. And everybody who's watching it, there would be a live poll right now where you can just click on it and submit, so that we would decide, what we should be following and what regime we will be having next time. So there would be a small poll coming up on your screen right now. You can just click on any one of them so that we can have the next session. Great. I hope everybody has submitted that. Guys, the regime, what Anshulji has just spoken about, would be live on our site, Satviko site. You can just go to the site and you can visit, or you can see all the regimes over there. So as promised, there would be a lot of questions. Anshulji, there are many questions from everybody. So
Yes.
I'll be asking you few of them.
Sure, sure.
Before that, I would ask everybody in the live session few questions, and there would be exciting goodies. How many chambers does the heart have?
4.
4.
That's great. Everybody knows it. You can just answer that and we'll be seeing who has answered the
Ma'am,
fastest.
I am giving the first, ma'am. 4.
Okay, that's great.
4. Heart has 4 chambers.
Should I ask the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay. I would be doing the questions like in the end so that you all are excited and you can, sit and watch for a few more minutes with us. So there are, Anshulji, there are a few questions from
Sure.
people.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'll be asking you.
Yeah.
It's from Malika Ghosh.
Yeah.
It's if someone starts having BP medicine, once it is said, it is for life. Can this be changed and medicines be stopped using any superfoods?
Okay, so that depends on a lot of factors, obviously. So yes, BP reversal is possible, hypertension, it can be reversed. But because you'll be under a guidance of a doctor for sure, so they will always give you a small maintenance dose. They will ask you that. And when you talk about superfoods, then for BP, for hypertension, foods rich in potassium are really beneficial. So things like coconut water and barley water are two superfoods that one should be taking. Even, if apart from any kidney ailment, they can have, anyone can have these two beverages, and they are really helpful in relieving you of the excess bloating, the sodium potassium pump of kidney, which has to be balanced in hypertension. These two superfoods really take care of that. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I hope-
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, ma'am. I am Karuna Rai from Mumbai. I have a low BP problem. Means mostly my BP is low. What happened? There is a headache, and I feel giddiness. So, what kind of food should I take? And should I avoid exercise, running, walking? Because I like to run, walk. I like cycling, but if I do much of exercise, I think doctor advised me not to do so much of exercise. But
Yes.
I like to exercise. Yeah. So what food should I take and what should I avoid?
Okay. So, again depends on, because individual conditions has to be reviewed on several factors. But if you have low
Okay.
BP, then firstly you have to take care that you're not giving long gaps between your meals. You are taking all proper meals. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए that your burnout is more and your intake is less. That also results
Okay.
in low sugar and low BP. So whenever you're going for workouts, please carry, again, something like lemon honey water or ORS mixture with you, an electrolytic drink, so that it helps you
Okay.
with that. And also, don't give long gaps between your meals. Something that will help you is shikanjvi, lemon honey water will
Shikanji. Yeah.
really
Yeah.
help. Yeah, will
Okay.
really help you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but means we are advised not to have sugar. Means sometimes
No,
I avoid sugar completely.
no, it's not that. You can have 2 teaspoons of sugar in the whole day.
Okay,
That should be your count, because leaving anything altogether is not the solution for anything. So,
okay,
honey, jaggery, sugar, all comes under the same category. Obviously, they have different properties. So, honey and jaggery are better, but calorifically, they are all same. A teaspoon is equal to 20 calories. So, just 40 calories a day, you have to manage to you need to, learn moderation and not extremes, not leaving it all together or having it in higher quantities. We should
right, right,
practice
right.
moderation, so that you can balance your system inside out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Anshulji, there
Yeah.
are few questions
Yeah.
in the live
Yeah.
chat. So
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, it's from Vijay Kumar.
Yeah.
Does taking excess coconut water leads to cold or something?
Yes, it is cold in nature. So it's not about the excess, but it's about that which climatic conditions are you living in. If it is a cold country, if it's winters, then try and have it in afternoon time and not, early in the morning or late at night.
Mhm.
And in summers, you can take it, at any time. It's okay. But yes, the nature of coconut water is cold.
Okay.
If you are someone who has sinus, you're someone who is prone to getting cold, then one has to take care.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I hope that has answered your question, Vijay Kumarji. Now there is another question from Nazima. I would like to know some superfoods for new moms and babies for maintaining proper weight.
Okay. So for babies, if we start from their birth, then from 0 to 6 months, the best superfood is mother's milk. After 6 months, when we start their supplementary feed, then every household has their traditional recipes, and I think those are the best. Be it ranging from millet porridges to rice water to suji porridge to banana. So try and feed them with that. For new moms, just was given birth, breastfeeding moms. So depending on whether they had a normal delivery or a C-sec, obviously the food changes. But yes, there are some superfoods like sesame, black and white sesame seeds. They are very, very beneficial. Again, ghee is very beneficial, but yes, the portion has to be controlled. Cumin seeds are very beneficial. Zira, ajwain, water, cumin, and carom seeds water is very beneficial. Jaggery is very beneficial. And apart from that, a normal diet, which is
आदि
hydrated,
क्या
has milk,
क्या कर
and
रहे हैं
also balanced food
मैं बता रही
is
तुमको मैं भी
important
हिंदी
for
का
them.
क्लिप निकालो हाँ
Sorry for that. I don't
No
know.
problem.
I think, hi all, can you please put yourself on mute so that Anshulji can answer all the queries? If you have any questions, you can put up in the chat box so that, I can go through that and I can ask Anshulji.
Yeah, Reena, next question we can have. Most welcome, Nazima. Reena, can we have the next question? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is from Jitendra Kumar.
Yeah.
I am a retired IPS officer having
Okay.
good health without any ailment. Some useful health tips are required to keep fit for senior citizens.
Okay, again, if you're fit, that means you're doing everything right, I believe. But yes, regular walks, home cooked meals, again, not giving longer gaps. But yes, with age, we need to also work on having not, not posing too much pressure on any organ, be it gut or kidneys or anything. So no extreme practices again, and not giving longer gaps, having home cooked, warm, fresh meals, eat according to season. Don't try any hanky panky diets. That's what, I believe in. So that's the best practice, and make a very, very peaceful association with food, a happy connection with food.
Yeah. I hope that answered Jitendra Kumar's question. And this is the last question I'm going to ask you, Anshulji.
Sure.
This is from Sujit Patel.
Okay.
How do you handle or control appetite or hunger feelings, especially when you are transitioning from unhealthy diet to healthy diet, like superfoods?
Okay. So, yes, it is a very common thing that if you have been having portions that are much more than what your body healthily requires, then once you make the shift, you start having cravings or you feel hungry initially at certain timings. Now there are fillers that you can include in your diet, and not some things like namkeens or packaged chips or biscuits. Instead of that, you can increase the portion of your vegetable and dal in your lunch and dinner time, curd, milk, fruits, and also healthy snacking options. Those all can be included in fillers. And if you don't miss your meals, don't give gap between your meals, and do not pre-make this notion that I'm going to be starving because I'm going to control my weight, I'm on that journey, then you won't have any issue. If you follow the right diet pattern, you won't have uncontrollable hunger pangs. But if you go on extremes, if you just leave carbs altogether, roti, rice altogether, you follow an extreme method, then obviously it will leave you only gaining more weight after a certain time, because these are all short lived. You just keep suppressing your feelings of hunger, and then one fine day it just goes uh, out from the window, and then you just overeat or binge on a meal. And give yourself once a week one meal of your own choice. Give that psychological satisfaction all to yourself. So it's not that you have to just leave everything. And healthy diet doesn't mean that you have to starve yourself, or you have to leave everything you like. Yeah.
Thank you, Anshulji. That was very informative.
Most welcome.
Because normally what happens is, when we are into unhealthy diet and we are converting ourselves into healthy diet, we tend to eat more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should actually give ourselves, one day as a cheat day.
Yeah. A meal, not the full day.
Yeah, a meal,
A meal.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Many people really have, take that as a misconception that it is the full day that I can cheat, and then they'll just nullify the effect of the whole week.
Whole week.
Whole
Yes.
week, yes. So
Absolutely.
that's why I always say that make a peaceful association with food, not a fearful one. So
Right.
then we are all good to go.
Square. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Thank you, Anshulji.
Most welcome.
So, people, if you have any more questions, you can directly, contact Anshul ji. She's there available on Facebook, Instagram, and I think her email ID and everything is provided in the regime link. So you can click on the blogs of Satviko where you will find the details. So can all of you switch on the cameras so that I can announce the winners of Satviko Navratri contest. So the mega winner is Sneha Kole, and the runner-ups of gift hampers are Monica Gupta, Pinky Jain, Shraddha Varshne, Shikha Kesarwani, and Pinky Gupta. So congratulations all, and all the best to everybody who would be participating. We would be coming up with a lot of contests, a lot of quizzes, a lot of gift hampers. So stay active on our website. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and also follow the group. You will learn, to convert yourself into healthy diets as well as win some goodies. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, most welcome. It was like a tough tie. I had hard time to pick up the winners. I'm really overwhelmed, looking at the so many entries and so many superfoods you can, make in daily life, and you can enjoy them.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks for giving us this opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Stay active on the page. So there would be one. Okay. So I'll connect with you, all of you, next week in the next session. Till then, stay connected, stay healthy, and good night.
Okay, good night, ma'am.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night, ma'am.
Bye. Good night. Bye, Anshulji.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Reena,
Yeah. We'll
and a lovely
meet
audience
again.
indeed.
Yeah, same. Thank you. Bye-bye all.
Bye-bye. Bye.